Hey everyone, I'm going to go through each card individually and then I'm going to give you the overall meaning of everything together. This is what the month of December 2019 has in store for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The underlying energy for the month is this Temperance card. And Temperance is all about balance, patience, finding meaning in moderation, compromising, finding the middle path, testing new waters before jumping in. This is also about higher learning or a higher purpose, or even sometimes angels or spirits. This is working in harmony, blending. And I do believe this card, if I'm not mistaken, is ruled by Sagittarius. So this could be Sagittarius energy, and it could be a Sagittarius in your life. All right, next we have the Tower card. And the Tower card is ruled by Mars. It is a fire energy, and this is a sudden upheaval. A disaster can come unexpectedly. It can be destructive. It can be like a major foundational shift. But it's the destruction of something built on false beliefs. It can be a positive spiritual awakening or a revelation, a breakaway from the mold or a breakthrough of some sort. Sometimes I also say the best way forward is to let a structure fall, something that does not no longer serve you. This sometimes can shake you to the core. All right, next we have the Two of Cups. And with the Two of Cups, this is an important union. It can be a relationship. It can be a partnership. This is a connection. Shared values, seeing eye to eye. This is appreciating what the other person has to offer. This can be connections that you make with other people and how other people see you. This can also be healing one another as well. Lifting each other's spirits by coming together. And sometimes it can bring like a union together, like with contracts. It doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage contract. But it can bring somebody together like in a partnership in a business. All right, next we have the Knight of Swords. This is air energy, so this could be you here, or it could be someone else that is air energy or has air energy. But as far as if it is air sign, it would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person is assertive. They're a go-getter. They go after it direct. They can be action-oriented, okay? Very witty, very sharp in the mind. But if this is not talking about a person, then this is saying to you that this is a time for action, defending beliefs. It's swift moving. And it can be messages or, well, not really messages. It could be movement or travel, sometimes by land. And it can be something that happens pretty quick. And this is something that could require a quick response to situations, like to resolve an issue. It needs to be nipped in the bud pretty quickly. It can mean that as well. To bring about better circumstances too. It requires a quick reaction. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? It's assertiveness. And this could just be, like I said, motivated to succeed. You know, like I'm ready for it. Let's go. All right. Next, we have the Knight of Wands. This is fire energy, so this could possibly be a fire sign. This could be someone between the ages of 18 to 35. Same goes with that as far as age, if you want to get that specific. But if it is fire energy, it could be Aries, Leo, or Sag. This is someone who is passionate, strong, willful, very energetic. But if it's not talking about a person, then this is suggesting passion, adventure, charisma. It can, again, talk about moving or a long journey by land as well, traveling like in a car. But this is also moving forward leaps and bounds. Kind of like that. Well, we're moving, we're going. I'm assertive, I'm ready to rock. This one's like, I'm ready to accomplish a lot in a short amount of time. It's fearlessness. But sometimes it's like you need to check in first, like don't rush ahead too quickly. All right, here we have the Queen of Cups. This is water energy, so this could possibly be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It's a sensitive person, emotional person, very giving, loving, intuitive. They can be a healer, a nurse, something like that. If it's not a person, then this is talking about the power to reach your goals comes from within. It's talking about you're stronger than you realize. And it's also having compassion for yourself and for others and for situations. And it could be a counselor or a healer that may arrive to help you, because that can be like, sometimes it can be a mentor. It's usually the King of Cups. It's more of a mentor, but still. All right, next, sometimes it can be a psychic. All right, next we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is air energy. So this could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this could be you sitting here. Hello. But with the King of Swords, this is talking about having head over heart, seeking out truth. This is discipline. It encourages you to use logic to navigate the path ahead. To make well-researched decisions. He's all about power. He has power, the power of the mind, power of speech, knows what I want, know what I'm going for. You know, I'm direct, right up in your face. I'm getting it done, you know. This can be a boss or an authority figure. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to cover about this? With this card too, it's a master of emotions, not letting our emotions get to us. It's not like a time to be romantic. It's like business. Logical. All right, next we have the World card. And with the World card, this is ruled by Saturn, Earth energy. This is fulfillment, harmony, success, completion, triumph, feeling whole, coming full circle with something. This could also be possible travel, long distance. Someone maybe want to travel overseas, something like that. It could be a long period of time, sometimes like 6 months or more. It can also be slow moving energy. It's like a long process, because this is, like I said, Saturn, and it's like that winter energy. It's like slow process, but it's like you're really going a long distance or something like that. Something that's taking you a while to complete. It can be a major milestone or a life milestone. This can also be you need to tie up loose ends and keep your eye on the prize. You know, don't get slack towards the end of a completion of a process. Show gratitude for what you've accomplished. Celebrate. You know, like I said, you're close to the end if you're not there yet. Next, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, like all tens, it is a completion card. This is the end of something because you've reached that stage. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, this can be saying to you, things can't get any worse. Like if something failed, if something didn't work, it's the end of that. We have to see it for that and know that things can't get any worse. It's only better from here. It's only upwards from here. There are new opportunities. We are closing the chapter to open a new chapter. All right. This could also be like the inevitable end of something like I said, something not meant to work out. And it's like you need to trust yourself. You've come through so much. And this is also about finding plans and solutions. You know, if something didn't work out, maybe you need to end it and start something new. Figure out what the new solution is. Figure out what the next part of the journey should be, or the process should be. Next, we have the Four of Swords. And with the Four of Swords, this is pretty good, I think, to have after the Ten of Swords, because this is where you've gone through the trenches, you've gone through war, you've gone through battle, and you have probably been victorious, or at least you've lived through it. And now it's like I'm relaxing, I'm recuperating, I'm meditating and giving thanks for what I have achieved. And I'm moving forward into something new. But before I move forward, I'm resting, I'm contemplating. And I'm getting that enlightenment before I move on to the next step. It's like that pause moment to breathe and give yourself a chance to rest before stepping forward. And like I said, sometimes I see it as just a meditation card. Just stopping long enough to meditate on something before we take the next step. All right, so obviously I think this month, I can specifically say that this may be for certain people in specific who are dealing with a Sagittarius, because there are two Sagittarius energies here, card energies, and there's a relationship thing. So I don't know if there's something about working with a partnership with someone, and I can be that specific. I'm just, even though this is general, I am going to cover that specific aspect of it. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius and you need to nip something in the bud, that there may be problems or issues or something that arises with this person, and they could be y'all could be working together in a partnership or in a relationship, or they could be a friend. And it's like, I'm coming to you and I've got something I need to say to you, or give advice to this person perhaps, or they could be giving advice to you that there is an issue that we need to face, there is a problem, or we're having an awakening about that person. You may realize that, oh, wow, I really like this person, or, oh, I want to be in a relationship with this person, or I want to go into business with this person, or you may realize that what y'all have is not meant to work out. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a friendship, a business partnership, a co-worker, and you're realizing maybe that y'all are not meant to work together, or there's a project that you're working on together, and it's like, we need to fix a problem. That person could be the problem. It could be you that's the problem, but we need to take care of it, and we need to handle it now and restore balance if we're going to make this progress further. And the only reason I say that is this is the Tower card. Something's being wiped out, or there's an awakening, and it revolves around this person. It could be, like I said, the Sagittarius, and we need to, if we want to reach completion, we need to nip this in the bud. We need to deal with the situation so that we can move on to something better. And it might not be like a fight. It could just simply mean, we're working on a project, or we're working on something together, or I've noticed that this person's lazy and not holding up their end, so I need to come to them and speak and use my power and say, okay, there's a problem, we need to fix it, all right? I'm just counseling you, giving you a little information, just letting you know that if we want to be partners, if we want to work together, we're going to have to fix this problem. And then we can fix the problem. We got everything wrapped up. Now that's over. We don't have to deal with that anymore. It's done. Let's move on, okay? It could be that simple. If it's that specific, okay. This could also point that you need to rebalance yourself in situations. It could be you're giving too much of your effort to one person, or to one project, or to something. And it can also be a balance that you realize within yourself that you need to fix. You may have an aha moment, and you may realize that your life is changing. It could be that big. Since these are major arcana cards, it's like, that life is changing right now, and you need to balance yourself and moderate yourself. And like I said, if it's a spiritual awakening, and it could be something that comes out of the blue. But this is also a balancing card, because you have two. And it could be seeing eye to eye, seeing what needs to be fixed, seeing that we need to balance things, and perhaps balancing your mind and your passions. All right? I can't go charging into something all the time. I need to be more realistic, or not just charging in, because these are both charging cards. But it could also mean that maybe you don't need to slack off as much. Maybe you need to be more direct and be more assertive and be more fearless in the things that you want to reach and accomplish, as far as balancing yourself. And this could be healing yourself, healing the balance within yourself, and getting rid of the things that drag you down and do not serve a purpose for you any longer. And it could be that. It could be that you could be seeing a counselor, for all I know. And it's bringing you healing, wrapping things up, dealing with that situation. It's like you're moving. Because there are movement cards here. All three of these cards are about movement. So you could be traveling. You could be going to visit someone. Like I said, if it's that specific as visiting a person. But there is, like I said, an imbalance. And the reason I say that is because you have this binary systems card that I will cover in a minute. But this all deals with balance. You have a lot of stuff, balance. But it's like maybe something doesn't work out. You may get some information that comes into you about something that did not work out properly with a project, or at work, or with a family member, or with a plan that you had, and perhaps it didn't work out, or maybe you've overcome that, and it's like, okay, something didn't work out. I don't need to lose my head. I need to stay focused. And say you realize that maybe you spent too much time being lazy or something like that. I don't know. That's for sure. But there obviously is an imbalance, that things need harmony. And it's like you could be returning to harmony. Perhaps maybe you've gone through a period of destruction. And now I'm getting myself back on keel, and I'm working towards that, and I'm being fearless towards the things I want, because I want to be healed, and I don't want to say this, renewing my power, renewing my vision and what I want to complete. And I'm standing up for myself and the things that I want, and I'm being direct about that. And I'm wrapping up the negativity in my life, and wrapping up and closing off this fact of like things that had gone wrong, things that didn't work out or whatever. I know that it's done. I know the things that are not serving me need to be let go of. And this could be self-healing. And like I said, if you're not healing, you could be offering an advice to someone else. You could be offering it to a fire energy or a Sagittarius or another air sign. It could be that. And it's like helping someone else, giving your advice to them. It could be that too. But whatever struggles you've gone through, you're working through it, getting things balanced again, putting in the work, putting in the effort, being fearless, knowing that I need to heal myself. I need to do what's right for me. I need to get my life in order. I need to get back on track. And I'm doing this for me. Because I have completed one major milestone. This is also wrapping up a year, considering this is December. This is the end of 2019. This is going to be the end of a decade. Okay? And I'm going to do what I need to do to wrap up this decade for me and know that any things that did not serve me, because you may have that awakening moment and realize there's certain things in your life that have not served you within the last decade. And now it's time to end those, heal myself, and I'm closing off this chapter of any troubles or traumas or things that were not meant for me. I'm ready to end that chapter, and I'm ready to pause and meditate and be prepared for the next chapter, for this new year that's coming. All right. So I did pull an extra card for advice from the universe if they had anything else to say. And I got the binary system, which is coexistence, gravity, and harmony. It is the number 13. I love the symbol, the infinity symbol here, but it's called binary systems, but it was in reverse. Okay. So with the binary system in reverse, this hints at a potential imbalance between two entities. Corrective action may be needed to restore balance. Reassessment or modification of the union and its structure may be in order. So like I said, this new year is coming. Anything that's imbalanced, whether it's a relationship, partnership, friendship, or just something within yourself, two different things within yourself that need to be balanced, it's saying to you, one's pulling the other way. Because with a binary system, it's two different masses coming together in perfect harmony. And you have to be careful with something like that, because one could pull too much and pull you out of balance, or someone could be overtaking you. You know, like if it grows a little bit in mass, then it overpowers the other ones, and sometimes it can destroy the other one. Sometimes it can completely consume the other matter. So it's saying to you that there is an imbalance, and you need to watch out for that, and you realize it. It's like a spiritual awakening. I'm ready to level up into something new and something better, but the only way to do that is I have to make sure things are balanced for myself, within myself. And like I said, it could be that big, or it could be just as small as a partnership, friendship, or something like that needs to be balanced and corrected and modified and fixed. And sometimes it requires letting go of it. All right, so I hope that helped. And do understand this is a general reading. It does not always resonate with everyone, and that's perfectly fine. If you would like a personal private reading with me, head on over to my Facebook page, Mystical Moon Tarot Readings. Book an appointment with me. I would love to do a reading for you. But until next time, I love you guys. I send you so much, I send you healing vibes, loving vibes, positive vibes for the new year ahead. And until the next time I read for you guys, bye. Take care. Any blessings.